Yeah.
So what prompts you to sing like Cleveland randomly?
Something will happen and it'll make me want to say no. And then when Cleveland is falling out of the bathtub, he always goes, now, 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 now. And it just spirals from there.
I don't even know who Cleveland is.
He's from Family Guy.
I wasn't allowed to watch that.
It's the black one, yeah.
Thanks for
she
pointing
said she
that out.
doesn't know.
Yeah.
That's true.
1, 2, 3, let's go!
Welcome back, everybody.
Yeah, we forgot to say that we have an impersonationist on the show.
Two impersonationists.
So
Yeah,
you do
that's
some
true.
good ones.
I
Yeah.
can
I can only do
impersonate
one.
people.
I can only do one.
What
What's
do you
yours?
do?
You know mine.
Wait, do it. Do it.
No.
We did it.
You can't.
Wait,
now
but who
you
is
have
it?
to.
It's from Family Guy.
Okay.
Oh, she can do a good Lois.
No,
Yes,
do
she
it.
can.
I'm not
Do it.
doing it on
Do
the
it
spot.
once. Come on.
This is the practice. You get to go. You get to.
All right, are we going to get started on the game?
Yeah, we're
Billy.
No, we're gonna- after
talk
you-
like
we're
Lois.
practicing
Impersonate.
impersonations right
we'll
now.
sit here all day.
Yeah, but you got to do one next.
I don't have any.
You
Yeah,
go
try.
first.
I don't even know
feel-
who to try.
I don't know what I was gonna say. Bob Marley.
I couldn't tell you what the name even sounds like.
He's Jamaican.
I know who's the guy. Who's the host from? This happens.
Oh, I know him.
You were confident for a minute.
It's a game show.
Steve Harvey.
No, it's like Bob.
Bob Barker?
Bob Barker.
Also have not watched that.
You
really.
sound just like Bob Barker.
I do?
I think.
Wait, who's Bob Barker?
I'm going to look it up and sound nothing like
Game
him.
show host, I think.
You
From
know.
what game show?
Come on, guys.
Is that
Let's make a deal. No.
Price is Right?
Price
Deal or
is
No Deal.
right.
I know the old one. The
Yeah.
really old dude.
What do you mean? Oh, gosh, you guys are kids. the
Well,
old one.
The old. No, he is
He's
old.
the old.
Is he still living?
Yes. Yeah.
Barely.
He was old
He spades
when...
and neuters dogs.
That's a big change
What?
in career. Like, how do you go from hosting a show to
How do you
neutering
know
dogs?
that?
That was literally the last line of every show. He would be like, "Thanks for watching. Don't forget to have your pets spayed and
So was
neutered."
he a veterinarian by trade?
No, he just loved animals, I think. He didn't believe in extra population.
Of animal. Okay.
Or did
Yeah.
he not like animals?
Overpopulation.
How
He was
old
trying
is
to
he
get rid
now?
of them?
No, probably 90.
Who has their phone?
90?
How old's Bob Barker?
I can't figure out how to get Siri to work on this new phone, so I don't know how to say, "Hey Siri."
Don't
That
you have
tells
to
your
turn
age.
it on in the settings? You have to like activate it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's not looking young.
Does it say 96? That's my guess.
You beat me, dang it.
Is
You're
it
the funny-
96?
Oh, I thought you were looking it up.
Oh, no.
She was guessing his age.
If I'm right, like, that is it.
He was
Just-
born in 1923.
We can't math
Is he
that.
still living?
There's no way.
Yes, there is a way.
He's 99.
So,
We could have
wow.
mathed that.
And he's
We
still
could have mathed
alive.
that.
It's because he had his pet spayed and neutered.
Yes.
Just saying.
That's the secret to a long life.
Is-
Spade your pets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it called Spade?
I don't know.
Like you get
Spay.
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 I always thought it was spade until just now. Spayed and neutered. I am intelligent. It doesn't come across.
I mean, you are an LPC, so
Oh, geez.
you're the smartest in the room.
Yeah,
Is that what that means?
I think so.
Wow.
All right, so we're going to jump into our game.
Yeah. Who
Let's
wants to
do
go
it.
first?
You can go in order. I can go first.
Go.
Okay.
Let's do
So we are playing We're Not Really Strangers. So there's 3 levels. So level 1 is kind of basic questions. I mean, I feel like with us, they could get deep because we make everything deep.
Yeah.
But they go up to level 3, which is like the deepest level connection questions.
Whoa. That's where the trauma bonding comes in.
It is. Actually, I think
That's what this is called. Did you know that?
Yeah. I did.
I feel like it was decently early on that the 3 of us played this game.
Yeah.
Last year.
It was like towards the beginning of last year.
Yeah.
I
We had
wasn't
other people
involved.
playing, too.
They just got
That's
me
'cause-
involved
but-
in life.
No, because she's too busy.
Well,
Very
Yeah.
busy.
You're always busy.
yeah.
But look, you made time for us today. So
That's right.
We appreciate
You're
So
that.
let's do
dedicated.
this because I got places to be.
Chop, chop. All right, hand me level 1. So what we'll do is, like, if it's a general question, and everyone can answer, but if it's one like you have to ask someone specifically, you can just pick who you're going to ask. I use this as an example, but do you think I was popular in high school? And explain.
Well, Obviously, we didn't know you in high school. I probably could have been your mom.
You're not that much older than I am.
Good job not saying my age though. I saw you like
You're like-
you almost
Catch
said
yourself.
You'd been 5 as my mother, I'm pretty sure.
it. Oh, that's not bad.
See? Been really weird if you were my mom.
Yeah.
Do we think you were popular in high school?
How
I feel.
are we defining popularity?
Yeah, because I feel like you were
Oh,
well liked.
are we going
Yeah.
that deep already? I think. Okay, I guess this is deep too. Sorry.
No, go for it.
I think you would have been and probably were, didn't know it, and wouldn't allow it.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. Do you all agree with that? Like, there's
do.
no other input?
Yeah.
No, I feel like that's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
thanks, guys.
like you probably like everyone liked you. You were the one everyone went to, but you couldn't handle the accepting that, you know, people actually, you would have been like the popular one.
That is deep.
But because you wouldn't accept it, you weren't. That's my.
So you were actually the loser in a locker, is what that means.
No, I
But
don't
by
think
choice,
that you
but by
were.
choice.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You put yourself there.
You put yourself in the locker.
Confidence is important, kids.
That's true. That's true. Should I explain like what my
Yeah, I
thoughts
feel
are?
like I need to know.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't say I was popular. I would say I was in like every crowd though. Like my main best friends were like basketball players and cheerleaders, which in our schools is a big deal. But also I was like in musical theater, so I had friends in that group. I was also like I had friends in every sector kind of. So like
You were a politician.
I was well known. But
Yeah.
I don't that has a negative connotation with it.
Oh, yeah. Does it? Let's not go there.
Conspiracy? No.
We'll get there.
So like
Okay.
no, I think I was well known and probably well liked and well received.
Everyone liked you. Like we
But
said.
yeah, I would have had no I had no self confidence. So like yeah. Like I wasn't like class president or
I
prom
feel like
king, nothing like
you're
that. Like
still like
someone else
that.
over here, but
You know,
Not like I voted for myself.
you were prom king.
he was.
You were prom king.
Yeah.
Do we answer the same question?
No.
Oh.
No. We'll go on to the next one, but
So.
Okay.
You go
okay.
ahead.
All right.
My turn.
Yep.
Okay. What does my phone wallpaper tell me about me?
Oh gosh. Now you gotta show us.
Okay.
Oh. You'd say we're gonna be digging into life.
My lock screen or my like?
No, your wallpaper,
Okay.
like on the back of your phone. Okay.
What is it?
It's Hallé.
Well,
It's me.
is that a picture
It's
of her
me.
sleeping in the top corner?
No,
Is it?
no, it's a picture of just her.
Oh,
It's an embarrassing
gosh.
picture.
So what's it say about you?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Someone's in love.
yeah. Oh, that was cute how you said that.
Well,
Yeah, I think
mean,
it says that we know where your heart and priorities are right now.
I
And
think,
what
like-
you're proud of.
I think people
Yeah.
either use wallpapers as just like me, like I keep mine dark and minimal for like distraction purposes. And so it's either like that or like you put like priority like on your wallpaper. So I say like
Yeah.
it shows like where your priorities lie.
Yeah, because I feel like
makes sense.
a phone wallpaper isn't really for you. Because we get so
Yeah.
used to it
Right.
that it doesn't matter
Right.
we don't really
It's-
look at it.
for other people to see what your priority is.
True.
That's sweet.
Oh, that is
I
sweet,
know.
isn't it?
All right, Hallé.
All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, how messy do you think my car is? 1 being cleanest, 10 a complete disaster.
-0.
Explain.
-10. That didn't make sense.
Hold on.
Explain. You're like the cleanest person I know.
Are you guys answering for me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think I've ever been in your car. That's an unfair response because he knows.
Right.
Yeah.
I think I would have assumed somewhat only because you have kids.
Same. I was going to say, like, you're not like a hot mess. Like, you know, in terms of organization, you seem like you got it pretty well together. You play it off at least. But you have kids and like life is busy. And, you know, I've seen you running out of here like, I got places to go. So
Yeah.
that would tell me like there's probably Taco Bell bags in there every now and then. But
Well, I just cleaned my car, 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Like, deep cleaned it.
So how often do you deep clean though?
Like once a month or every
Yeah,
other month.
Like
the
it's,
car.
Yeah, it's typically always clean. Listen.
Danielle's like, I need to
if
step
we're
my
gonna
game
get-
up.
If we're
Okay.
gonna get deep, though, yeah, it's with everything.
It's
Like-
with everything.
Everything,
She cleans
yeah.
every day.
See, that's the kind of person I need to be, but I'm not.
I don't want to be.
I would not have guessed that.
Yeah.
Because like that seems really uptight. That sounds bad, but
I don't know what
I
it
would have
is.
never guessed that because you're so calm and like chill that I would have guessed that it just if a little mess wouldn't bother you. But the
On the
fact that it
inside,
does,
very high strung. Like it has to
Really?
be done. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I can get that because like even here at work though, like things that I would typically overlook, like you go back and like disinfect and like clean them again,
Yeah.
whatever.
interesting.
Like the door handles.
Yeah.
You guys never think of that?
No,
Is it a germ
The
thing?
kids' boogers.
I do think about it. I actually stopped using the code to the gym
Oh,
doors
yeah.
because one time picked his nose and typed a code.
thanks for telling me that.
I
Now,
cleaned it since then.
okay, Can you hand Danielle a card?
Oh, jeez. I feel like this was staged
I shuffled the deck.
because we've had this conversation. but
Okay.
Do you think I intimidate others? Why or
Oh.
why not?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
No one listening
I
to this
don't think
podcast
it's
is going to believe that.
I don't think it's intentional.
Uh-uh.
I think we talked about this yesterday.
That's what I'm saying.
Actually?
It seems so
Yeah, it wasn't staged. No, I just feel like when you go into like anything like a meeting or any type of like organization thing, like people look to you to lead it. So with that comes a sense of power, right? So then I think people just see that and they get intimidated by how much pull that you have on other people.
Interesting. It's
And if
pheromones.
people are like it's the pheromones, yeah. No, like I feel like if people like are jealous of that, like that can be like an intimidation thing, right? Like they want kind of what you have, but see it as like power, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I have is Jesus, so that must be
true.
what they're
That's true.
wanting, and they
Yeah.
just don't realize it. They
Right.
think it's something else.
But you guys agree she's intimidating?
I do.
Yeah.
do I intimidate you guys?
No.
You
No.
used to.
Used to.
Used to.
I think like yeah, like before you get to personally know you.
You guys got to personally know me quicker than he.
Yeah.
probably
So much
did.
quicker. It's not even fair.
I was gonna say you've always seemed very just like loving and sweet and
No,
like,
like-
soft.
And that's true.
Yeah.
But like she like cut off like the personable part of her. Like she would be
Yeah.
very like kind and like all that, but like you weren't getting into what was actually going on.
No, like no one even knew like if I was married or not married. If I
Mm-hmm.
had like no one knew anything about my life at our previous.
It kind of makes me
places.
think of like how school teachers used to be like in the old days. Like you just knew them as a Mr. or Mrs. So-and-so, but you knew nothing about
Right.
them.
Yeah.
Like you see them every day, but like you don't know like if they have a family, if they like where they
Yeah.
live. It's kind of how you were for
Yeah.
a long time.
Couple years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then it was like once the floodgates opened, you guys were here at that
Yeah.
point, so it
Yeah.
was just it was
Yeah.
open. It was,
All right. Am I back up?
yeah.
So we're gonna do one more round of level 1 and then go to level 2.
Oh
As a child, what do you think I wanted to be?
man, we're digging into your childhood. I
Let's
think
not.
you.
I'd
I
say,
think
like,
you wanted to be
Definitely
a cook.
like
Some-
go
A cook?
to go to college
Six
and
on
like
fat.
get a
I
degree.
was thinking more of like a photographer or like something along those lines, something with art.
Okay, what'd you say?
Like go to college, get a degree of like some sort. Not sure.
Do you all think I was just like some like stuck up little kid all the
no,
time?
you're just very smart.
You're very
so-
studious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
studious.
Yeah,
that's a
I
good
would have
word.
pictured
Is
that
that a
like
compliment or an
yeah,
insult?
definitely a
Okay.
compliment. From a young age, you probably were like the maturity level of a 50-year-old. You know,
Yes.
So
you're
I was
so much.
boring.
No,
No.
I was.
no, you were studious.
At
You were
heart.
smart, and
Yeah.
An old soul.
Old
I have
soul.
always been called an old soul.
oh yeah, like you had a lot to accomplish,
But, I
even
mean,
at a young age.
Yeah.
That's also just the trauma though. So,
Well, trauma
but no.
bonding.
When I was like, so are we looking at like realistic childhood dreams or like what you really like 5 years old me wanted to be?
Just say both.
Because
Yeah.
5 years old I wanted to be the blue Power Ranger.
Makes sense.
I mean, the pink would have been better, but okay.
That's
I
also
love
actually trauma based. I can explain that
the
later.
Power Ranger.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I watched Power Rangers as a kid and I wanted to escape my reality.
Ah.
And the blue Power Ranger's name was Billy. And so I was like, oh, I could take on, like, that could be me and I could, like, be a
Whoa.
superhero. And, like, it was a whole identity crisis thing.
Yeah.
Oh. So on the inside, you're a blue Power Ranger.
Every day. Apparently in first grade, I don't remember this, my friend tells me that I started painting myself blue. I have no memory
Whoa.
of that, but she claims
Okay,
it happened.
that is intense.
Yeah.
Trauma.
Yeah. That's,
But no, I think after that, it was a police officer for a while.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And like I
Wouldn't
still
have seen
like
that.
the idea of that,
would've
but like
thought.
more in like the helping people, not like the criminal justice
Yeah.
system perspective.
Okay.
But then from teenager, it's been counselor since I was like probably like 12, 13.
So I was way off.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I did photography. That's fair.
Yeah.
He enjoys photography.
Very good at it.
That's an outlet for me though. Like mentally, like that's an outlet. So it's like I don't know that I could ever do it full time and enjoy
Yeah.
it. It's more like a creative outlet.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Okay, you're up. You can hear the couch creaking every time you move.
Do I seem like someone who would get a name tattooed on myself? Why or why not?
No.
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
I don't even know why. It says
He doesn't
why.
even have any tattoos.
I have 0 tattoos.
Yeah, won't do
Really?
it.
I
Now
want-
that shocks me. I feel like
Commitment issues.
I thought you would have had
I'm not there yet. No, I'd want a bunch of tattoos. It's just that I can't pick one.
I feel like you
the
would
first
overthink
one.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have like 1,000 ideas of what I want, but I can't decide on which one specifically.
Would you trust us enough to just have you close your eyes
I would
and
actually
get
have us pick a
tattooed?
tattoo?
I would prefer that
Whoa.
for someone
No
else
way.
to pick it for me. Yeah.
We're doing that.
We're doing it on the podcast.
We
one
are
day.
actually
You can-
doing that. Wait, we're
Yeah.
giving him the tattoo?
No.
Yeah.
We'll bring in a tattoo
Yeah,
artist.
I know you guys wouldn't like put anything on my
But,
body
like,
that's bad or anything.
We will
so-
pick
Right.
it, have a tattoo artist come in and give you a tattoo.
Yes.
Okay,
I love that.
I'm down.
I do too.
I feel like you'll actually
You guys
do
paying
it.
for it?
Do we get to pick where?
Yes. Yeah, we can
Yeah,
split
we're
it.
paying for it.
No, I was kidding.
No.
Now he's going to overthink that. Do we get to pick where the tattoo goes on your body?
I feel like I'd want some say in that.
Tramp stamp?
Right butt cheek.
That's the only place I'd get it.
Is the tramp stamp for real?
No, I'd prefer like on my leg, on my thigh right here,
Okay.
or like on my inner arm,
I like the
or
thigh.
on my side.
Upper arm.
Yeah.
How
Okay.
big can it be? Is there a limit? Because I know what
I
we should
mean,
do.
no, I don't think so.
Okay.
For the
What
first
are you
one, you wouldn't
thinking?
want too big.
A big giant like lion head with a mane like lion mane, like just big.
I guess it's up to you guys. So.
I feel like he's already freaked out now.
Come on,
Okay.
so then when you're wearing shorts, you can just see it enough that like people
Ooh,
are
the
like, "What is
lion.
that?" And then you're like, "Rawr."
One of my favorite soccer players, he has a lion tattoo on his leg.
Okay. But I feel like between the three of us, we could pick something that is meaningful,
Yeah.
but also that you would like.
Yeah,
I would want it to be meaningful
Yeah.
because it's on me forever.
yeah. But
Or you
that's
pay a
cool
lot
that
of
one of
money.
your favorite soccer players has that. 'Cause,
Mm-hmm.
like, first of all, the fact that you were like a soccer champion, had a scholarship, all that stuff, whatever.
It's true.
Yeah,
Then he's gonna be like,
there
guys.
for a while. I was already at soccer.
Anyway, so I feel like the lion was
Yeah.
like, on point.
All right, Hallé, you're up.
Level 2.
No, level 1.
No, level one.
one?
Well, I feel like she's got the card.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
It's already
Go for
there.
it.
Is that allowed?
We'll allow it this time.
Okay.
Thanks,
What
Dad.
is the most unexplainable thing that's ever happened to you?
Who are you asking? Like, pick one person.
It doesn't say.
What's
No,
the
but
Wait,
question?
is it about? Oh wait, no, never mind.
That's what I'm saying. Can I ask it to one of you?
Yeah, you
or is
pick
it about
someone.
Me?
What
No.
was the question?
This is every day.
Yeah.
What is the most unexplainable thing that's ever happened to you?
Unexplainable?
Yeah, I'm asking you now.
Oh, shoot.
Okay. Good.
I feel like we should all answer that. So
Okay.
Whoever
Okay.
whoever can think of it first, including you, right?
Yeah, I'll
The
answer
most
it.
unexplainable thing. Unexplainable thing.
That is hard.
I
That's
feel like
Yeah.
I need an example to go with that. Unexplainable as in like freaked me out unexplainable.
Could be.
Okay.
Oh, I know mine.
Go.
For
Go
sure.
for it.
Go ahead.
One of the files that went missing and then randomly turned up out of nowhere last year.
Oh, no.
Remember?
Oh.
That's true because we looked for that thing forever.
For months.
That
and
has
then
been a weird
and then
one.
it was just on a desk.
That's super weird actually.
Yeah.
Like on the day we needed it, right? Like we
On
were
the day-
filing stuff and it
Yep.
just
Yes.
like showed up.
And that one good dude showed up that day.
So it was like, did an angel have it the whole time and then when you needed it, it was like, here you go.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That was weird though.
Can't explain
Crazy whose chart it was too. We
That's
won't
kind of
say
Yeah.
cool,
that.
like
It was weird.
unexplainable.
it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen Unsolved Mysteries?
I have.
I think I have.
That could have been on that show. I
It's
mean,
true.
I don't know if it could have been a full
Yeah.
episode, but
Maybe like a little side piece.
yeah, yeah.
Do you have yours yet?
I forget it.
What about yours?
It, but
Hallé, do you have one?
You can go ahead.
I don't know one.
I don't think I have one either.
come on.
Most
yeah, you do.
unexplainable.
I feel like you got a few.
Do I?
Yeah.
Like what?
Like your sleep paralysis stuff.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You
something
get
good.
Paralysis.
You get sleep. He does too, right?
I have in the past,
You
yeah.
get sleep paralysis.
Yeah. I used to bad.
Like what happens? You just paralyzed.
Yeah. It's like you're fully aware of everything going on, but like you can't move because you're still asleep, but you're awake.
For how long of a period of time?
See, I don't know.
It feels like forever.
It feels like forever. It could be
Wow.
a minute, 60 seconds, 20
That
seconds.
is
I don't know.
It could be a minute.
60 seconds.
It could
in
be
it.
60
You were just letting us
seconds.
know that a minute was 60
Yeah.
seconds. That's scary.
So yeah, I don't know.
You've been doing that like your whole life?
I think I was like 10, maybe younger the first time it happened.
Scary.
And then it just happened again
Yeah.
the other night. And I haven't had it for like years,
Wow.
just until the other night.
But we think we know why you had it though.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were doing a hypnotherapy for sleep.
Don't recommend.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I enjoyed it.
And you know, my mom had a good
That's scary.
like reasoning about like
Mm-hmm.
you shouldn't do that stuff because like you should be grounded when you do it because
Right.
you're
Yeah.
kind of just like letting yourself.
You open
Opening
the
up
door
your
to
mind.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
you're like you're going into a spiritual world, and then
Yeah.
the door's open to anything.
Right.
Do you guys want to know what it was?
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
It's
I was
freaky.
being buried alive.
Stop.
Oh, you
Not
told me
kidding.
about that.
I did. I was
Yeah.
freaked out.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I felt
And I-
very bad.
I actually
Like
woke
you
up
knew it was
panicking.
happening.
Well,
Yeah.
because she was like freaking out crying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But other than that, I don't. Do you have yours yet?
That's horrible.
I mean, like, I have a lot of stories.
Oh yeah.
We'll save those for
Oh,
later.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The one I'm
We could make
thinking-
a whole
The
episode
one I'm
for
thinking
your
of
stories.
though, it's like it's not like paranormal or supernatural. This one's just weird. It's explainable in the fact that like I know what happened now, but like in the moment it was like what's going on. So I lived with my mom and dad. At the time I was working. I came home from work, took a short nap. I fell asleep with my dog in the bed with me. He's still like a puppy. So I wake up and I hear the dog in my mom and dad's bedroom. I'm like, oh crap! Like it's gonna create a mess. So I go back there. And instead of my dog walking out, this little girl, maybe 3 years old, walks out holding a kitten. And I'm just like, who are you? And she's like, me. And I'm like, no, like, who are you? And she's like, me. I'm so confused. I just woke up. Like, you know, you're groggy when you first wake
Yeah.
up. So I got into the living room. Mom's on the couch asleep. So I wake her up. I'm like, who is this girl? And she's like, I don't know. Did you bring her? I'm like, no, I didn't. Like, who is this girl? Long story short, she ran away from like a neighboring house, but we're in the country. Neighboring houses are not close. So she had walked into the house and just kind of made herself at home. And I woke up with a little girl in my house. I
That's
didn't know who it was.
creepy.
It was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
it was weird.
Yeah, that's extremely creepy.
Yeah. You shared yours.
Mm-hmm.
Did you share one?
I don't really have anything. I don't think. I mean, I have a funny story that in the moment was unexplainable and
Okay.
freaked myself and my daughter out. But then I know what happened now. This actually just happened yesterday, last
Oh,
night.
okay.
Late last night, she was staying with her dad, but she came to the house to like get some stuff, and she went to leave, and I told her bye and love you, and she came back in the house though, like, and she was like, Mom, she's like, did you put a rock in my front seat? And I was like, what? And she's like, did you put a giant rock in the front seat of my car? And I was like, I was tired. So I was like, no, Olivia, like maybe it like, you know, fell off something. She's like, no, Mom, it's like a giant rock, like the size of bigger than my head or something like that. And I was
that's
like,
a big
what?
rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's like, please just come look. I'm freaked out. So like I thought she was being dramatic, and like no one else is home, mind you. It's just me. No noise has been made. She came in, got some stuff, and like it was like 10 minutes that she was there. So I go out and there is literally a rock, like a creek rock, like this big, covered her whole front seat, just laying in the front seat of her vehicle. I have like creek rocks like set up like a wall
Yeah.
in my flower bed, which meant somebody had to go pick up the rock. It's late. It's dark. Pick up the rock, carry it, put it in her front seat. So we are both like starting to freak out. And we're like, who's messing with us? Who's playing games with us? There's no neighbors close other than like my parent. I mean, you know, like,
Yeah.
it's super weird. So then she called her dad, and because she was scared and I was scared. And I was like, I'm not staying here alone. Like,
Yeah.
long story short, you know, he was like, that's so weird. It turns out my son and his father went to the gym to work out, and they swung by to play a prank on Olivia. So the first thing they thought of was they saw the rocks, and my son put one of the rocks on her front seat.
And it worked.
That's a good prank, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, because if they had never told us the rest of our life, that
it'd
would
be a
have been
mystery.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
how did
Like
that
that's like a
happen?
passed down generational story, and all because
Yeah.
your son played a prank.
Yeah,
I like
true.
that though.
So.
But I feel like we could share any story of things that have happened in this building.
Well,
as
I
unexplainable.
thought about that, but I thought it would go deep, like
Is
the
everyone's doing that?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
like the water in the sink situation.
well, the
Ooh,
one
yeah.
that really.
Card.
Yeah, so after some
You wanna-
technical
That's one,
difficulties.
No.
Oh, well, you can like.
We grab our
It's-
card.
Did I say
Yeah.
Okay. What level is this?
Two.
Two.
What are you still trying to prove to yourself? Do I just
Ooh.
select somebody?
Ooh.
I think everyone should do that one.
Oh, that was loud. That sounded a lot more aggressive
I think
than it was.
everyone should do this one.
Okay, Hallie. What are you still
Oh.
trying to prove to
She's
yourself?
like, oh, me.
Me
Okay.
first.
Yeah.
Just that
To yourself.
to myself that I'm not the person that I used to be. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Good answer. Good answer.
That's so interesting though, because I don't know, like we always try to prove to other people that like I'm not this or I'm not that or I'm not who I used to be. But like when you think about you're trying to prove that to yourself, that's deep, because then that goes into like self-doubt and
Yes.
like
very much so.
like and perception, like because to us it's like this is
Yeah.
you, right? But
But
in
to
your mind
me-
you're still having to prove to yourself like I am in this beautiful place in my life, I am smart, I am successful, I am all these whatever it is that you're trying to,
Yeah.
like to it's just interesting when you think about it, like when you're trying to prove it to yourself how different that is than
Yeah.
proving it to others is more of like your pride,
yeah.
right? Like I need to be right and prove to them that I could do this, but proving it to yourself is more like a self-doubt thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Or perception. Like I just find it funny because I'm like, so like on the inside with people, you know how we always say we don't perceive ourselves like the way other
How
people
other people do. Yeah.
yeah, like that's a picture of it, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Like you have to prove to yourself that you're all these wonderful things that everyone else, that's all we've
They're
just
could
like-
ever imagine.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
Caleb's turn.
I don't know. I feel like for me, it's just that like I'm good enough at the things that I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we have to convince you that you are like
Oh yeah.
the bee's knees when it comes to like the work you do.
Yeah.
Like
True.
you don't believe
True.
it. Like you're irreplaceable and you're just like, I am. Like
Well, I'm trying to believe it.
let's start.
Yeah.
We've made progress, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Wonder why.
Why we've made progress?
No, why? Obviously, that was not the question. You're so
Yeah.
sassy these days. I said that because you always have being sassy.
Yeah.
Sassy bites.
So I ate some pickles called Sassy Bites.
Were they good?
Yeah, I'll bring them in one day.
Yeah, let her try some of those chips. The pickle puffs. I
Remember
don't know
those
what they're
Pringles
actually
things
called.
you had tried?
I tried those. These are different.
But these
Did-
ones are dill pickle.
Yeah, they're pickle and ranch
I
flavored.
would love
They're
that.
pretty good.
Yeah, they're good.
Anyways, I was saying like I wonder why I can't remember.
Like why he feels that way.
Yes, why you feel
Yeah.
wonder why that's your area of doubt, like just because
Feel
you're
like-
new in the field.
Because it's important to him, I think.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's more than just like my job. It's a lot of things. It's like pretty much anything I care about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because if you don't care about it, then it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
But because you're passionate about it, you want to believe that like you could do that.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yep.
Nice, Billy Joe.
Read the question again. I don't like this question.
What are you still trying to prove to yourself?
This is a deep question that I don't like. That I am just as worthy as anybody else. Like I think like even like at my best, I still feel below other people's normal. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
Like my
okay.
best doesn't even quite like match up to like what just people typically are. So
Do you ever wonder like how like do most people feel that way? Or like when you look at other
don't know.
people, are you like
To an extent, I think just naturally we feel like, you know, are we worthy? Are we good enough?
Yeah.
That's
or are
just
most people
self-doubt.
like arrogant and love themselves?
Right.
Maybe
Some
it's
people,
50-50.
Say,
I think it's one or the
us
other.
sitting
Yeah.
here all have like traumas that would play into that though too,
Yeah.
like those
Yeah.
belief systems. It's like if someone's like not void of any trauma, but like those traumas, like what's their belief of themselves? I don't know. What about you?
What am I still trying to prove to myself?
Mhm.
It's gonna sound funny, but it's actually a serious thing. Like that there's not something, I don't want to say wrong with me, but I've always thought, I'm not gonna like say it, but okay, like I'm left-handed, for example. I've always thought that my brain works different than other people's, and I always worry and wonder, like, if what I see myself as, do other people see that? And if so, do people think there's something wrong with me? Like, or wrong with me, do people think I'm unique? Because I've been called that many times. I've been told that. I've been told your brain works different. And not like in a way that like, you know, oh, you can think of mathematical equations. Like, just like, I don't know. So then I always wonder, like, am I like everyone else?
But have multiple people told you that,
Oh, yeah. Well,
or just
One person.
one or two people?
I guess
Like,
one person has really like pushed it hard.
Right.
And made it seem like it was a negative
Yeah.
and like it was an extremely, you know,
like a flaw.
seeable thing, like a
Right.
flaw. But then it makes me remember all the times in my life, like my uncle used to call me Lefty because I'm left-handed, and like he would make jokes about how like if I literally did one thing, he'd be like, "That's because you're a lefty." So then in my head, because of this flaw, this was pushed on me as a flaw. Then I look back on situations
You
like that. And
associate any comment made about it
yeah.
negatively.
I'm like, is that what he meant? Do you know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's
So you
something
find it
wrong with
hard
me.
to believe, or you're trying to prove to yourself that like
I don't know. I guess
that
that
that's not a flaw, or that that's not even like a concern.
I guess I don't know. I guess that it's not even a concern. Like
Right.
in my mind, I'm trying to prove to myself that I'm normal. I know that's a weird word.
Right,
Normal,
I get
but,
it, though.
You know.
Yeah.
Typical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't always been like that, but
Yeah.
I also never thought I was any different than anyone else.
But I feel like with your fears, like I would see where you're coming from if you also didn't have like social cues though. Like I feel like you like interact well with others. Like you have like functioning relationships, like you have like friendships, you have all these things. Like
But what do you mean? See, you said I would see where you're coming from. Meaning, like, yeah, I see
no,
what you're saying.
No. I'd say
guess.
like if you felt like you struggled to like pick up on cues or like even have like normal functioning relationships, I could see why that would feel validated in
Yeah.
your mind. But you do have like you have normal
Yeah.
functioning relationships.
Yeah, but do people? Well, do I?
You
Actually,
have
I
Yes.
don't.
normal functioning
Yes.
relationships.
I actually don't. I mean, in a way, but we'll save it for another day. But for example, like I don't have any long-term friendships, right? Like long-term. It's usually whatever situation I'm in, those people become dear friends to me, like genuinely. But like once I'm out of that season of life, like it's not that I forget about people. I still remember, care about, and wonder about people I was friends with 20 years ago. But like we never formed such lasting bonds. I've never formed like lasting bonds with anyone.
But did you and you're just guarded? Like did you form that and like because of self-doubt or self-criticism, like you don't take any initiative to like keep that?
Maybe.
Because I feel like from
I don't know.
knowing you, people try to keep that with you. But also you get very busy too. So like time.
Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah. Anyway,
could be possible.
do you want to hand me a level 2 card?
Yeah.
All right. So this is for everybody. What are you more afraid of? Failure or success, and why? Start with Kalub.
Probably failure. Yeah. And why? I don't know. That's kind of hard to explain. You know, because I feel like I already struggle with like being good enough. So like if I fail, that's just gonna add on top of that and like reassure those thoughts of like, oh, you're not good enough. Look, you just failed.
Yeah.
What about you, Hallé?
Definitely both, but I feel like more so failure because I failed before, like a lot. So trying to prove to myself that I'm not who I used to be. Like, if I failed again, then yeah.
Interesting. If like you failed in the same way that you considered failure before, or
I
is
do have those fears, but not so much anymore.
Yeah.
I did. But also, I fear success because you fear the unknown, and I don't really feel like I've ever been, like, successful. So,
interesting?
yeah.
Perception is so interesting.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking, like, to me, I'm like, you're so successful, like, in your career, you're such a good mom, like, you have a beautiful relationship, like you have a life, like, even I would
That people
want,
would
you
dream
know,
of,
like,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, it's just so interesting how we define success for ourselves, and
Yes.
we're hard on ourselves.
So what about
We
you?
are our own critics.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was it, success or failure?
Are you more fearful of failure or success?
I mean, I'm like Hallé, probably both. Like, I don't want to fail. That scares me. Mostly, like, financially, because I feel very responsible for, like, my children
Right.
and their livelihood. And so, probably because, like, I don't have a spouse, I feel very, like, I cannot fail in,
Yeah.
you know, that area. So, that's one of my biggest points of, I really don't care too much about failing in any other capacity, I guess. I mean, not that I don't, but, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
But then success, like, I don't want to get successful to a place that I'm so busy and pulled away that I just can't enjoy life.
I get that.
So I worry about, like, getting myself into a pickle by being too, like, professionally successful, maybe, that then next thing you know, I'm tied up
Right.
and all the years have
Yeah.
passed by. And
Yeah.
sometimes I feel like that now.
I was thinking,
you
I feel
know?
like you're
Yeah.
speaking from like experience. Like you get so tied up in all these things, and then
That you're like, oh my gosh, how am I this
Yeah.
age, and how are my kids teenagers, and where did it all go, and what did it even matter?
right,
You know,
right,
like the things I stress about at work today in the same job or different job were the same feelings of stress in previous jobs, and I don't even remember those moments now.
right.
But because I was so busy in those moments, I also don't remember a lot of things with my kids, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, life lesson, guys.
yeah.
About you?
I think with that answer, I typically answer success, but like I'm reframing here because like I feel like people that say success is because they fear failure if they can't keep up with the success. So like I feel like that's still failure.
Ooh.
But I think like it also depends on how you describe success. Because like at this age of my life, like success for me is just being content and like feeling secure. And like I feel like why would I fear that? But like I think when I was younger, success meant like notoriety and like having a name for myself. I don't care about that anymore. Like that's neither here nor there. So I think like it's still gonna be it'd be failure. Because like success to me is like just being content and like having security in my life and like who I am. Like I'm not gonna fear that, but
Yeah.
failing for sure.
You know, I was thinking, I guess I could be wrong, but I would assume that all of us measure success similarly, and that we just want to be happy, we want to have a family, we want to be financially stable, right? Like those things. And
Yeah.
I was just thinking, like, is this cultural? Is it normal? Is it right? Like, what is success? If I was born and raised in New York City, would we all, if we all were, would we all be defining success
Right.
this way, or would success somewhere else be, you know, to own a
I get-
corporation?
I get
and-
what you're saying.
Yeah.
I think it's your upbringing too
Yeah.
that has a
Yeah.
lot to do with what you view as successful.
And I think it's too like what you set as priority. So like some people set the main priority is having a family. So they never obtain that, then in their mind they're never successful.
Yeah.
Like I think like for me, like obviously as I'm getting older, like my main goal is like make it to heaven, right? Like to be a Christian, make it to heaven. And like even in like that aspect, like I think of like I've talked to people like from like Africa that like they don't care about a house or anything like that, like because like success for them, like if they have like one person they love and like something they're devoted to, like then they are successful. But like to us, if we're homeless and like to us we failed. So it's all kind of like what you base success upon.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're talking about from church,
Uh-huh.
the visitors. Okay, that whole service, they had visitors from Africa, if I can say
yeah,
that right.
yeah,
They had visitors. I didn't know, like, you know, the place where, I don't know. Anyways, I felt so guilty
Mm.
after he spoke.
Mm-hmm.
He was like the most like genuinely happy,
Mm-hmm.
energetic person,
Yeah.
and up there so grateful and thankful for what I thought was, I mean, it's large but also a small amount of money. It's like a plane ticket, right?
Right.
From that far, like of money that was given that day, and then just thankful that the church has been giving money. But then he's telling stories about what's normal life to them, like,
yeah.
and I was just like, oh my gosh, like they don't even have clean water, you know, all the classic stories. But to see a real person who comes over here, and actually, here's what got me is when he said that when the first time they ever came to America, they thought everyone else lived like in the rest of the world like them. They thought that was normal. They thought using the bathroom outside, having houses without roofs and dirt floors and no they thought that's how the rest of the world lived because they don't have technology, right? Like, and so when they came to America, they were like blown away essentially at like the level of comfort
Yeah.
that we have here. And I was just thinking, man, like, so ungrateful.
Yeah, I was kind of humbled because, like, I think when we hear, so he was speaking about how they planted a church, right? And so, like, if we hear that in America, and like they're speaking of success for that, like they're talking about like a church with like stage lights and like projectors and like all furnished. To them, they literally first had a tent and like lawn chairs. And like, this is what you guys did. Like, you helped us. Like, and like that to them was success.
They were
like,
saying thank you that you guys helped us get this tent, like a white, like, you know, wedding type tent.
And like then eventually they had it framed, and eventually they just had a roof on it and called it like the Fresh Air Sanctuary. Like they were so like, but to us, like we wouldn't even have church in that setting.
I was literally thinking
Like-
I would not have come to church today because they were hot. Like it was hot outside. They said.
Yeah.
Because it's hot over there. And I was like, I'll be honest, like I like comfort and I don't like to be uncomfortable. If my air is broken at my house on a hot day in the summer, I'm hanging out at my parents' house until it's fixed. Like, or I'm complaining all day. But
And like these people aren't getting there like by cars either. Like they're walking like miles to get there. So like I thought about that too, because like in our mind, successful church planting is like having a furnished building with electricity and all of that, and then like people driving there and like having like a big crowd. But like to them, like they only had lawn chairs and a tent, and like that was success.
And all day church services.
Oh, all day.
And I was like, I have to like force my butt to church. And you know, I'm not the only one, because I try, like once I'm there, I really enjoy being there. But it's like our bodies know it's almost noon. And then once that time
You get, like,
hits, you
antsy
start
and,
getting
like,
antsy. And you see everyone else getting antsy because it's like, we got to go. It's that time. Like the preacher's going
kind of
over
like
today.
checking something off the to-do list. Like, okay, I came, it's over, like let's go.
Yeah, because then it's like, we'll get really deep. Then it's like, are we really there for real worship? Because they go to worship and they're there until they're not there. Like they go all day until it just, you know, is done.
Yeah.
And for hours in the heat. And we go at a set time in specific clothing.
And we're getting upset if it's not done on time. And
anyways.
we live such a comfort.
Yeah. I don't know how we went down that rabbit hole, but
success.
Yeah. I saw a rabbit this morning.
That's how.
I did.
You? Level 2, I think, right?
Oh, I was going to say, did he not go?
Has a stranger ever changed your life? Well, I feel like yes, because everyone's a stranger until they're not.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you especially, because like I wouldn't have a lot of like this job in specific.
Okay.
Oh,
And at first you were a stranger, but then you weren't.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
that is. Is everybody answering or?
But
just
can you
Kayla?
think of like a time like a legitimate, like you still don't know them, stranger changed your life?
Oh, okay, that's good.
I don't think I can.
I was just curious.
Can you?
Yeah. Do you have one?
I mean, I have like a situation that he was a stranger and it definitely made me question things. But I don't know that it was like life changing. No, it changed my perspective on things. So I was in Walmart with a friend, and this is going to sound so minimal, but I'll explain kind of where it came from. I was in Walmart with a friend. we were walking by and I saw there's like in the where like the contact solution is like for contacts. There was an older man sitting there and he's like, "Hey, do you care to help me?" And I was like, "I don't care." He's like, "I can't tell which one I need. I can't read. I forgot my glasses, whatever." I was like, "Oh yeah, no problem." So I read him the one and what it was for, and I read him the other one. He's like, "Well, which one do you think I need if I'm like, I forget what the situation was." I was like, "Oh, well, then I'd definitely go with this one then because it sounds like whatever." And he like said, "Well, thank you, thank you so much for like helping me. Like you didn't have to do that." I was like, "Oh, like no problem at all." And so then like, I'm not joking. I took 3 steps away from this man and turned around and he was gone.
Whoa.
So like, yeah, stranger, but also maybe something else. But like, and me and my friend both like noted like, where did he go? To the point like we backtracked to see like, okay, where did he like? Couldn't find him anywhere. So like my mind, I'm like, was that like an angel that God just like put there just to test like would I take time to help out somebody? So like, I mean, I don't know this man from Adam. I don't know if he's a real person. I don't know. Like, I've never seen him again ever. But like, it definitely like changed my perspective. Like on, to me that was nothing. But like, I was willing to like to spend some time to like help. And so like that, I feel like,
Yeah.
yeah.
You ever
Yeah.
heard that song? What if he's an angel sent here from heaven? No, you're too young.
I don't
No.
think I've heard that one.
No.
Gosh. Like, what is
What's
a
it
decade?
called?
What if he's an angel?
Who sings it?
I don't know, some country
Hmm.
singer, probably from like Trisha Yearwood or something.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
I don't
Yeah.
either.
Really?
Really.
But like did you listen to country in California?
My mom did.
But you know,
Okay.
like
It was always
who,
like background noise.
you know
Never
who
like
the Judds are?
Mhm.
yeah. The Who?
The Judds.
No.
No.
Do you?
I do.
Do you know
I do.
who Reba McEntire is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reba.
So
Okay.
they just weren't famous enough
Yeah.
then.
Okay.
Yeah.
'cause
Okay,
they're
what about
from her area.
You, stranger ever change your life?
A few. Yeah.
Okay.
Just like, I felt like there's a few people in my life that I knew them for like a very brief amount of time,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like they did more than what they needed to do for me.
Yeah.
Just out of like being generous, like
Yeah.
a kind person.
Mm-hmm.
Because typically people in like those job fields
Mm-hmm.
of like helping or like working with addicts, they are just like, oh, this is my job. Like,
Right.
But I feel like there's been a few people that they did it because they just had a good heart.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
there's been a few.
And I think that like that's a hard like the opposite side of that, like working in the addiction field for like I worked that primarily for 4 years. Like that was such a hard stigma as like the clinician providing for them to like escape. Because like anytime anything happened, like, well, you don't care, you're just here for a paycheck. I'm like, listen, this paycheck's not worth like
Right.
like what I'm doing here. It's like that was it's like yeah, but like the people that actually like genuinely just like care and are invested in that.
Nice.
You're up, Danielle.
I've been trying to think of something. I can't think of someone that's still a stranger. That I mean, I'm sure there are
Yeah.
stories, but I can't think of like a specific situation. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hallé, we'll let you do the first level 3
Oh,
card.
okay. I did the first level too, so
Yeah.
why not? Do you believe everyone has a calling? If so, do you think I found mine? We'll do everyone on this one. Okay, we'll start with Danielle, since you didn't answer the last
Do
one.
we believe everyone has a calling?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yes, I believe that God has a intentional plan or purpose for everyone. So, you know, from the time we're formed in the womb, he knows us, but also like has mapped out, this is what I want, and God doesn't need us, but this is what I would like for this person to do to, you know, basically give him glory in the end.
Right.
So yeah, I think everyone has a calling, but I think we at least in America, we attach our callings often to our careers.
Yeah.
I think that, in fact, if someone says, have you lived out your calling or your purpose, even I automatically think of like, am I in the right job? Is this
Right.
my calling?
Right.
When really work is just to provide for us. Now, I know we can work jobs that help people, and I do believe that God can use those jobs and even put us in those jobs to help people. But I think our callings are not necessarily assigned to our work. Like your
Yeah.
calling could just be using your personality, whether it be at work, at church, or at the soccer field, right? Like, this might be a skill that you use, and it's why God got you into a job you're in. But that gift that he gave you attached to your actual calling to change people is not just assigned to your job. So I think everyone has a calling, and it's not work related necessarily.
So then I think the three of us should answer, do we think she's found hers? Because that's the kind of the question's like, so do we think that she's found her calling?
Why are you looking at me?
You started the talk, so I looked at you.
That's tricky. I don't know. Yes and no, because my mind went work related, and then you kind of like started talking about how it's not. But yeah, actually, I think you. How do I want to say it without like saying it?
Just say it.
I don't know, just your story is very inspiring, and I feel like you went through everything you've been through to come out like stronger and able to like help people with that.
Yeah.
Kind of like we inspired each other.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Do you guys think
That was beautiful.
that's beautiful? Thank you.
But no, I agree.
Yeah.
You were like teetering on what I was gonna say. Where like I feel like your calling or whatever was like to empower, like the people that are powerless. You're there to like bring them up and show them that they are powerful themselves.
Yep.
I like that because I want that for people.
Despite what you're going through, you can still, fight and be strong and live your life and make it out of that. Yeah. What do you think?
You want my honest answer?
Well, yeah.
So I feel like it's kind of twofold. I feel like you said, like, I don't feel like callings are always tied to a profession or a career choice. But I feel like if we're looking at you in the professional realm, like, yes, like I feel like you have the type of spirit that like brings people together, you encourage, you empower. I feel like that is your calling. But I feel like, you probably know where I'm going with this.
Maybe.
I feel like you lack that. I feel like you struggle to get connected to a body of Christ where that same calling that you use for your profession could be used for the kingdom.
Oh, man.
And so I think like from my perspective, like what impact could you have with that calling within the kingdom? It's like you can have a draw to the kingdom in your profession, right? Like you can still like let that draw people in. But like actually like within like that church body, like what could that same calling do like within that setting?
So basically what I said, except I'm not living it, is what I'm saying, right?
No.
I've allowed my calling to become my career, or put all of my gifts into my career, and not necessarily allowed myself to open up that door for church bodies and everything else. Yeah, I agree.
Maybe.
I have commitment issues.
You want to hand her a level 3 card?
Oh, yeah. What do you think my superpower is? So
What we just said.
I was going to ask you guys what your superpower was.
We should go around and give
Yeah.
opinions on everybody. But yeah, I would agree that yours is just like making people feel connected and like they kind of like have a sense of belonging.
Caleb. You weren't expecting that,
I
right?
wasn't ready.
What do we think Caleb's superpower is?
Being there for people.
I was gonna say just empathetic.
Empathetic, yeah. Very.
I was gonna say empathy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I think humility too. And I don't know if that sounds bad or not.
I'm pretty sure you just called me cocky yesterday.
On certain things, yes, on certain things, 100%. I stand by that. But no, I think like you have this humble spirit about you that like I don't know, like there's like I don't know, like when you're establishing like that connection with somebody, like there's no like competition spirit, like there's no like it's just a kind of like same playing field, like same level, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like you have this ability to like immediately upon meeting someone, they know that you're like a safe person,
Yeah.
emotionally, you know, just all the things like that you are there to hear them and to support them no matter what.
So maybe it's like selflessness then. Maybe it's a better way to like.
Like real selflessness, which is actually, it is a superpower because it's rare, even in good people.
Yeah.
Because by nature, we are selfish as humans, even when we don't mean to be, right? Like, but you like actually are selfless.
Yep, very.
You would.
Don't.
It's true.
Don't.
Like genuinely, the more I like think about it, like
Very
probably more than anyone I've ever met. Doesn't
Yes.
like I've met a lot of loving, caring, wonderful people, but like in terms of just full selflessness, like you could be, you could be top number one. Like you would rather genuinely, not just because you're shy or decently humble, but like actually you would genuinely rather hear and listen to someone else's story and make sure they feel heard, even if on the inside that same day you're having a crisis or you're having and even though on the inside you might be like, I'm dying right now, like it's not even that, you're not even trying to pretend, like you actually want that person to
feel heard. And
Yeah. Right. What about Hallé?
Hallé superpower? I mean, you know what I'm gonna say. She's so
She's
flippin'
already
pretty.
I was gonna say it too.
That's not her only superpower.
No.
But Hallé is one of the most beautiful girls I've ever seen in my life. And the superpower is that most pretty girls are me.
I feel like
But you are the sweetest soul. Like,
I was gonna say resilience.
oh yeah, that's
yeah,
She's
you've
just-
said that before.
She's very like you've overcame a lot of very hard things to overcome that most people don't. And like you've never like your spirit is still like strong.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What's Billy Joe's?
Oh, I like how you deflected that. We weren't done with you yet.
I say I wasn't
That was
quite
good.
there yet.
No, that was good. Thank you.
We still got more conversation.
No, say I haven't even got to speak on this yet.
Yeah.
No, like I don't know how to explain it. Like you must have like this like spirit of like teamwork. Like you just are always willing to like kind of jump in and help out and assist. Like, and like you don't complain about it. Like you just do it because it needs done. And like I mean, you might hate it behind the scenes, but like you don't show it. So like it's like that's true teamwork to me. It's like if I go to someone like, hey, can you do this? I'm like, oh my god, I guess. Like I don't even ask you at that point. Like whatever. Like okay, but like you just kind of selflessness as well. It kind of like is the same thing, but like. I can say I can go to you like, hey, like, can you like? I usually feel bad because like I know it's something I would want to do sometimes. But, like I don't have time. Like, hey, can you please do this? And like, yeah, like that's fine. I'm like, it's like that's a big deal to me at least.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. She flips you off when you walk away. You don't know that.
Every time. Every time.
I've caught it on camera.
I don't flip the bird.
See, she's so cute.
Inappropriate.
Inappropriate. I don't do that. Oh man. All right, next card.
No, wait, what's yours?
Yeah, we didn't
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See, he tried to
try to
Give me
get
it.
out of it.
Yes.
I need a card anyway.
Eventually, yeah, we'll get
Superpower.
there.
I don't have any.
Yes, you do.
Not
Well,
true.
none of us technically do. Let's see. I mean, I would
I
say
love that I think we're the only group of people that would take this card and make it like this deep.
I know. After
'Cause
this, we
we're
gotta
that
tell
cool.
some jokes. We are cool.
Yeah.
I would say your superpower is like your ability to use your words
And knowledge.
and knowledge to like pull things from people, like emotionally, you know, like you can always just say the right thing, you know, like I feel like every time you talk, I'm always like, yeah, like is so you're right, like so I guess you have a superpower of being right, and that's annoying, but
And
I
his
like that.
superpower of just like knowing. Like
yeah,
he won't ever just take, oh, I'm good for an answer. Like, because he knows that
Yeah.
there's really something else.
I feel like
superpower of
too-
pestering. Is that right?
Pestering.
I was gonna say it was more
I
of
call it
like
discernment.
like spreading like God in a way.
Yeah.
Like you share your light with others, and it helps them to just. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of
Yeah.
hard.
No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Gets us to church.
Yeah.
Yep. We get a text every Saturday.
We'll be there this Sunday.
Yes.
That's a really good superpower to want to have. One that is that
Yeah.
you spread.
And you're not
Christ.
afraid to speak it even when others have different beliefs. Like you don't push it on other people.
So is that a good thing or a bad thing?
No, you don't push it on others, but
Yeah.
you just stand by your beliefs.
In like a caring way.
Yes.
In like a genuinely you care about them and you don't want bad things for them. So
Yes.
you want them to live it within God.
I'm jealous.
That's a good answer. I like that answer.
I know.
I don't know that I agree with it, but I like it.
Oh, no, it's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hand me level 3. Is it my turn?
It is.
Yes. I keep hitting this mic. I'm
It's
no
all
good at
good.
this.
I feel like I'm like trying
Can
to
I-
dodge it. I'm like
Yeah,
leaning
you are
back
being
a
very
little
noisy
bit.
with the couch.
That's not the couch. I'm farting.
It was you.
So you're not controlling the volume of those.
No, I am controlling them. I want everyone to hear them.
Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. Answer this kind of for everybody.
Okay.
And I'm going to say that this... Oh. What do you recommend I let go of, if anything?
Why don't we start with you?
I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
What do we recommend that you let go of?
What others have done to you in the past.
Agreed.
Whoa.
I feel like that was way too easy to answer.
Hold on a second. ASMR coming. That was good. You blew my mind.
Mm-hmm.
That because that is true.
Yeah.
That was really nice. That was good.
Okay, what about Caleb?
Well, I feel like aren't we all supposed to say something?
Yeah.
I
we
mean,
can
I
all.
agree with that.
Yeah.
If you have
Okay.
something different.
Yeah.
But
me
I
too.
was gonna just so I guess like let go of your. I don't even know what
Like
the
your
word is.
past, basically.
Let go of
Yeah,
your
I was
past
gonna
because
say-
I was gonna say let go of your like insecurities,
Mhm.
Yes.
but I think the insecurities are all stemming from the traumas
past.
in
Yeah.
the past.
Yep.
I very much think that they are.
I was gonna say pretty much the same thing they said. So
Sweet fist
Okay.
bump.
So
Air bump.
basically, I have been pegged as a victim. No, I'm kidding.
See, you even.
All right, what about Caleb?
It says
Oh.
if anything, just throwing that out there.
Wait, what was the question again?
What is something that you recommend he lets go of,
Oh,
if anything?
Self-doubt. Yeah. Like same. The past. Yeah.
oh,
Ooh, that sounded like a good
That's
one.
ASMR. Wait, I got
Yeah.
one more in there.
Oh, you can't hear mine though.
I felt that one in my
guys,
elbow.
that is enough.
Again.
Yeah.
You felt the neck cracking. Be
It
careful.
tingled.
That's
I've been
right.
telling him he's gonna stroke out one
Listen,
of these
no,
days.
actually, the other night I legitimately almost had a panic attack because I thought I was having a stroke. Hear me out. I was just laying in bed, nothing was going on, eyes were closed, and I'm just like,
You smell
something's burning. And then like my brain went straight to you saying something about popping my neck and then feeling it in my elbow, like that's stroke or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Stroking
okay, well
out.
this is it. Then my eyebrow started feeling weird. I'm like, it was all in my head. All of it was in my head. I'm pretty sure the neighbors were just cooking something. And I was spiraling at 2 a.m. in the morning, like thinking there was a stroke.
Did you wake anybody up?
I just laid there.
No.
I was like holding my chest. I'm like, it's okay. It's not a stroke.
You
You
should have went
more
in the
symptoms."
mirror and smiled at yourself to see if your face was like still working.
I'm just like,
That's what I do. Or raise both hands above your ear.
yeah. I was doing this thing. I was like, it
Is
looks
that what you're
fine.
supposed to do?
They say if you can raise both hands above your head, both arms above your head, you're probably okay. And if you can stick your tongue
Cool.
out all the way.
Do not take any medical advice from us.
Yeah, absolutely
True.
not.
Yeah.
They
If you
say
think
being-
you're having a stroke, go to the emergency room.
If you think you're having a stroke, just lay there and panic. It's fine.
while you're at the emergency
Yes.
room that you went to.
Yes. Okay. So Caleb,
I
good deflecting. What do we think you should let go of?
thought I got away with that.
Oh,
No,
No.
I don't forget easily.
what should he let go of?
Hallé said self-doubt.
I would say his need to deflect. Like it's okay to just like, let people say you're great.
Mm-hmm.
You always feel like you need to deflect that real quick, but I think everyone struggles to take compliments, but I think you
Yeah.
don't believe the compliments, or like you struggle to hear them for whatever reason so much so that you have to then compliment somebody right back.
Yeah.
know?
I don't know. I get very just uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Is the best way I can, like physically uncomfortable even.
Do you want us to be like, you're stupid? Would that help?
Yeah, I think
Like,
so.
be like, you're the smartest person I know, stupid.
Yeah,
So.
I need degraded a
Follow
little
up
bit.
with, yeah.
A little bit of degrading with,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
You got a healthy mix.
Yeah.
I would say that similar. though, like self-doubt, but I also know that comes from like past experience. So like, but I mean, saying like let go of it sounds a little insensitive, but you know what I mean.
Just get
Like,
over it, dude.
Yeah, like, deal with it and go on. Come on. Yeah.
If you're sad, just be happy. I don't know.
All right,
Hallé.
Hallé.
What do we think Hallé should let go of?
I don't know if there really is anything.
You are.
You got it all taken care of. It's all good to
It's
go.
all worked out.
I don't
Look
know
at
how you would explain it. Like, how do you let go of like
Be careful.
OCD, like
That's what I was gonna
perfectionism,
say.
like trying?
I was going to say like this image of perfection that you hold.
Yeah,
Oh, but I know where that comes from.
Yeah.
I bet.
yeah,
Yeah.
Well, that's hard. So.
yeah. You have done. Honest, she's done a lot better.
Good.
I've been forcing her to do things or not do things, rather.
And it
You've
eats me
probably
alive.
you've probably trained yourself over the years to have to show perfectionism,
To hide like everything else. Yeah.
and now you're gonna have to retrain yourself
Yeah.
to be okay with not having everything be perfect.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to cover anything up anymore. You know.
True.
So
I think now it's just I don't like the way it looks though. Like I made the bed this morning. I'm supposed to be. So my therapist is telling me like just try. I'm like, okay, we could do little stuff like that, and I made the bed this morning.
if your therapist is listening, I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Who is your therapist? That is the worst advice ever.
Well, like,
Did you know that data proves if you make your bed every morning, you're a genuinely
it's-
happier person?
it's
it's
I
more
know.
of like she
different.
gets
I get it.
physically like
It's-
hot and uncomfortable if her
Like if it's
like
not
she'll get
done.
I
mad.
will
Or not
make my
mad,
bed
but-
like 15 times a day. I'm not kidding. I won't get in my bed unless it's made.
and
so
not just like made, like perfectly
Perfect.
made.
Yes.
So like if someone lays on it and messes up a little bit, like you have to go back and fix it. And if you
Really?
don't, like you feel unsettled.
Absolutely.
Interesting.
Do you like scrub baseboards and like, or do you just like the everything to look tidy?
Yeah.
You need everything.
I only
to
do
look
that
tidy.
every once in a while, like deep clean.
Only
Yeah.
when you're stressed.
Yes, when I'm stressed out.
I can't
Everything
tell you
gets
last time I cleaned a baseboard.
I'll be cleaning the ceilings in the shower and everything.
Yeah.
I didn't even know people cleaned baseboards until I was like, I don't even know. I was in my 20s, so I wasn't too old. But I was doing like home health care type work, and these people were abusing me, and I was supposed to be their home health care aide, but they wanted me to scrub their baseboards and wash their walls down with Pine Sol. And I remember complaining to my mother, like, they're literally just making up stuff for me to do.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
wash their
Yeah.
baseboards. And she's
Yeah.
like, well, they probably need help because they can't physically get
Right.
down and wash their baseboards. And I'm like, and then she was like, did you never see me wash baseboards? And I'm like, I guess not. I never paid attention. But yeah, most people don't wash their baseboards all the time.
This might be dumb. What's a baseboard?
Like the thing along
Like
the
you
bottom
know like
of
what
your
trim
wall.
is? Like,
Yeah, I know what trim
So think of
is.
that on the bottom.
Yeah.
I just thought that was also trim.
Well,
Yeah.
baseboard trim.
the
I guess
base of
you're
it.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is language changing to English language? No, I'm being dead serious. Like,
I mean,
because this
feel-
happens, like I'll say stuff and my kids, like, yeah, there's your general stuff that you say and like, you know, people are like, what is that? Usually
Yeah.
it's slang that changes.
Right.
But there are things that I'm like, that can't change, right? So, and my kids are like, I've never heard that word. And I'm like, but that's what it is. And they're
Can
like,
you think of an example?
well, give me a second.
Okay.
You know how my
Like
brain
baseboard
works.
and trim.
Baseboard and
even like toilet,
Great example, Hallé. That was such a good example.
like toilet and commode.
Yeah.
Okay, but we just had this discussion. You guys only call that
But like,
commode
but like
over here.
older.
Well,
Over
no,
here.
no, no. I call it a toilet only.
Yeah.
I say I call it
Okay.
a toilet.
Yeah.
Like-
but like older people sometimes will call it a
A
commode.
commode. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they were more proper, I feel like.
Is commode more proper than
Or,
toilet?
or like a
Sounds like
boot rather than a trunk.
Yeah.
I think it's like depending on where you're at.
I mean,
and,
I feel like it's
what
like that.
Yeah, it's
generation.
for
cultural
everywhere.
to
Yeah.
an extent, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like pop and soda.
Yeah.
Is it pop or soda, Hallé?
It's
about-
soda.
No way.
I call it pop now,
It's pop.
Just
but
call it
if you
soda
call
pop.
it pop over there, like, can I get a pop?
They're like,
Yeah, so
"What?"
my
Soda?
cousin who grew up around this area moved to Florida and went up to a group of kids and asked like where can I get pop? And they took offense to that and thought she was referencing something else.
Like
and
drugs or something.
well, like she wanted to fight. Like it created this whole big thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know, like in Texas or those states down there, I've heard before that they call all pop cola.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
heard that.
Like
You know what's weird?
cola.
What do you
Yeah.
guys call, like, you go to Walmart and get a thing on wheels to put stuff in? What do you call it?
A shopping cart?
A
Okay.
cart.
Okay.
A buggy. They
Yeah.
call it buggy.
Yeah, I can't.
I've never
You
heard
call
that.
it buggy?
I don't.
Oh.
No.
I've never heard that one.
My aunt and uncle from Indiana
That
called it
is-
a buggy.
Push
That's
the
an
buggy?
example. My kids had never heard
I'd never
buggy.
heard. Yeah.
Because I think my mom, somebody called it a buggy.
Right.
And my kids were like, Olivia's like, what is that? And
I think a lot of
you've never heard
words
buggy?
are just
Not-
filtering out too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think now it's changing a lot more than it used to, though. With like the new generations, with all like the
Yeah.
skibbity
Or maybe
and
we're just
whatever.
old enough to like realize it. Like
Yeah.
back then we were
Right.
kids, so we only knew what we were
Good
taught.
point.
That, and we were kind of the ones inventing this
Yeah.
line
Yeah.
back then.
And now we're just observing it.
Now we're just
Yes.
trying to figure out what it means.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Whose turn is it, by the way?
What was the question?
I think it was my turn, right?
Yeah, it's your turn.
I already went.
Wait,
Are we done with that one?
What was it?
who
Did I go?
asked let go? It's your turn, Billy Joe.
No, I asked that one.
What
No,
do we
that's what
think?
he asked.
But
yeah.
we,
What do you think you should let
Oh.
go of?
No, it's your turn now.
No, it's Danielle's turn. We have to say what she needs to let go of.
because we were saying OCD.
Oh,
right?
yeah. We've been
Yes.
on this for a
Yeah.
long time.
This is
We
a good
went down a
question.
really, yeah, what?
All right. So, what do we think Danielle should let go of?
You don't have to go too deep because I want something exciting. I want to get you an exciting card. Let's make this snappy. I'm probably always being in a hurry,
Are you
right?
deflecting?
No,
Oh, okay.
I don't
Just
think
checking.
I am. If I am, it is subconscious.
What should Danielle let go
No,
of?
my brain just feels in a hurry.
How she feels others view her. Because I feel like
That's
your
gonna make it-
perspective,
Others' perspectives.
Like,
yeah.
your perspective of what other people's perspective of you, I feel like is way off.
So I shouldn't care what other people think so
Yeah.
much.
It's
That's
not
probably
even really
true.
like what we think though, because what you think we think isn't even what we
Doesn't
think.
match, right?
Yeah.
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 You guys don't think I'm weird?
No.
No. No.
You're goofy.
The
but
fact that
you're
you
not
think
weird.
it's
Yeah,
weird that
see?
we don't think you're
I'm
weird.
goofy.
Like funny.
Well, like we're all goofy,
You wanted to
though.
be class clown.
Yes.
Only because I think I've convinced myself I'm weird, so that's kind of like the boat I'll sail on.
No.
I'm just
No.
kidding.
No.
Sorry.
No, not at all.
If you're weird, I don't know what I am.
Okay, when I say weird, I know, like, okay, I'm not weird. I'm goofy. I like to make jokes.
Right.
But am I unique? I know we're all unique, but you know what I'm saying. Like,
No.
be honest. It doesn't have
No.
to be.
I really don't know what
No.
you mean when you're saying unique.
Yeah.
It
'cause you're
doesn't have to be
left-handed.
no,
a bad
so
thing.
when we first had this conversation, I was so confused by you legitimately thinking that I thought you were joking.
Oh.
And I'm like, why is that even an area of concern?
Yeah.
So no.
Nope.
Nope.
I get
Disagree.
what you're saying. You're kind of like, what do you mean by that? Like,
Yeah.
I wish I could say what I mean,
I
but
think
I
I,
feel like,
get what you mean.
yeah,
Right.
like,
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Like,
okay.
how is unique a bad thing though?
She's not getting it.
I'm
I don't
I'm
think
not.
she's.
It's going right.
wait,
over my
Hallé,
head.
go do it. What?
What? All right, let's go on to another card.
Yeah.
Whose turn is it?
I think it's my turn.
Yes.
Oh, we're still on. Yeah.
Yeah.
That took forever.
That was
That's
the
like how I
first
could
time we
hear that.
actually like laughed.
Yeah.
Daniel's like, we're boring. Come on, guys.
How does one earn your vulnerability? Have I earned it? How can I earn it?
Oh, that's a.
Oh, so I gotta pick somebody.
There was too many questions in that.
Okay.
We're
I
to
can-
break it down.
I can read it again. How does one earn your vulnerability?
Freeze. Let's answer that one first.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just too much going on.
That's a lot. Yeah.
How does one
Is
earn?
everyone answering, or are you picking one person?
You could pick one person and then go through all the
I'll
questions.
go first.
Okay. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay. Honesty.
Have I
That's-
earned it?
No, I thought it was
Oh,
like the other
sorry.
way.
Oh, wait, what?
What?
Who are you answering for? I'm
What?
confused.
I thought we're answering for
For
him.
Him?
Yeah.
You're saying that he needs honesty.
Yes, to be.
Oh, I see
vulnerable.
what you did.
Or are we
Okay.
doing it the other way around?
Well, now we're all real confused.
Yeah. No.
I think it's like if you're answering it, you're answering how does someone gain your vulnerability?
Yeah.
It's like what does someone have to do like to get?
To get you to be
Oh,
vulnerable.
we're answering
Yes.
for ourselves.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
then you go first.
Okay. Yeah, I think honesty. Just it's hard to explain because I feel like I'm good at being able to tell if people are lying or just genuine, not even lying necessarily, but just being genuine.
Yeah.
And like when people aren't just genuine, I don't vibe too much with
Yeah.
them. How would I answer? Have I earned it?
That's what I thought we were doing it like the other way around.
Hallé was right the whole time.
Maybe not. That's a
No, I
confusing
think you
card.
were right.
Yeah, I think she might have been.
Okay, so I guess we'll say
So I'll ask someone a question and then
Well, no, you just told us what
yeah.
what someone has to do to earn your vulnerability, right?
Have
so
you
now
earned-
it's like have we
Earned your vulnerability.
earned your vulnerability?
yeah, I
each
think everyone
person.
in here has.
Okay.
I mean, we're not going to say no, let's be honest.
But I think it's an
If
honest.
you
I think
if
That
you
would hurt
really feel
feelings
no,
if I
you
was like,
have
no,
to
you
say no.
haven't.
Yeah, if you really say
Okay,
no.
good.
But
Good job.
I feel like all of you have. I feel like I'm pretty open and vulnerable.
mm-hmm.
Sometimes I deflect, yeah, but like
Yeah.
we get there.
right.
But when you're ready and when the time's right,
Yeah,
you get
Yeah.
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Was there another question in that?
How can I earn more?
Tell us.
Consistency.
Yeah,
I love how you answer
It's
for
answer-
him.
she's got it. Here, you
Yeah.
take over.
I think it's my turn.
Wait. Okay.
Grab yours. Hold on to
Thanks,
that.
Hallé.
She's like, let's keep it moving.
What about me is hardest for you to understand?
Your self doubt.
Yeah,
Yes.
especially when it comes to like physically.
Interesting.
That blows my mind.
Yeah,
I want to know what you see when you look in the mirror.
yeah.
That would be
I don't
like,
know.
I don't even know. I'm trying to think of someone literally as pretty as you, and I almost can't even think anymore. Like, that would literally be like, who's a pretty person, famous person?
I've been compared to Halle Berry a
Well,
lot.
yeah, you
And
have her
Yes,
name and look like
you
her.
are
Yeah.
the
Can
I
prettier
just
version
say
of Halle
no?
Berry.
What do you mean no?
like, I don't know why I've been.
Because you
told
guys are
that.
identical.
I don't think
You
I look
literally-
anything like her.
Because I genuinely mean you are, sorry, Halle Berry, prettier than her. But you're younger and like
I
you've got
always
some other
thought,
unique features
like-
that are more, like your eyes, I feel like stand out more than hers. No,
I thought it was always because I had the same name and we were like
No.
both.
oh,
I think maybe
Of
that's how they
color.
initially made the connection. Is you
Yeah.
had the same name.
That's how I
but
remembered how
then-
to say your name.
Yeah.
Like Hallie instead of like Haley or something like that.
I thought
but-
you looked like her before I knew your name. The moment I saw you, I was like, dang, she looks just like Halle Berry. She's so pretty. And then I met you. You know what I mean? Like officially,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
name and. But anyways, yeah, I agree. Looks are not everything, but the fact that you don't realize how beautiful God made you, just it's actually sad to me. Like I wish you knew how pretty you were. It's
Yeah.
crazy. But yeah, I think that and your the fact that you don't realize how, like, I guess to at least other people, how like successful you are. Does that make sense? Successful meaning like you literally, like, you're doing it, Hallie. Like,
Yeah.
And how strong you are. You don't give
Yeah.
yourself enough credit with stuff like that.
yeah, like you're doing
I
this thing
do
and you're doing it
reflect
well.
on that sometimes because I'll stop and think of like where I was and where I am now.
Yes.
But
You've done so good,
I
and we're
know,
all so
it's
proud
so
of you.
beautiful. It's seriously, it's inspiring. You changed my life.
well, you changed mine.
Look at that.
I feel like everyone in here has changed mine.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, we're just so lovey.
I know.
All right, now we gotta all be mean.
Right.
Thank you.
All right. Danielle, what's
Next
your card?
It's super boring. Sorry.
You want to pick a new one?
What can I help you with? That's literally the card.
Oh.
So I'm not. I'm not really interested. I love you guys. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, so I guess genuinely, how about we redo this a little? What could any of us use some help right now that we would ask of one another? Not just what can I help you with, but right, like we're kind of a team. Like, you know, we've all been going through or have gone through stuff, and like opened up to each other and said like, I need help with this. In fact, I know what I need help with. Richard.
Richard. We should talk about Richard.
Not yet.
Pause on
Not
So I don't know
yet.
if we have time for that.
Okay.
No.
We'll talk about. We will.
Are you the
Yeah.
timekeeper now?
Yeah, it's kind of my job.
Who made you host?
You did
We all
actually.
did. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. We insisted.
Yeah.
How much time do we have?
We've been going for a while.
Yeah.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like
That's gonna have to wait for another.
I just
We
need
have time to
everyone to
dive
know
deep.
in the real world, in case there's a Richard out there, it's not you, because we're not talking about.
Don't get your hopes up, Richard.
Yeah. Richard is
Some guy named
code,
Richard
okay?
is like,
Richard is
Yes.
Finally.
code. Some guy in his basement, he's like, I'm Richard. Yeah, Richard's code. But anyway.
He's our only watcher.
Yeah.
our only
Our
viewer.
only watcher, yeah.
So what do you need help with right now? I feel like I'll start because I know that's a hard one,
Yeah,
and
it
mine
is.
will be quick and easy. You guys are already helping me with that, especially you right now. I need help getting pushed to like get out and live life, like go to church, be around people, like
Yeah.
have fun, go do stuff.
Have-
you know,
Yeah. Like friendships outside of like a work setting.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like I need help with that genuinely because if I'm not pushed, I'm not gonna do it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna sit at home in my recliner.
What about you, Hallé? Anything come to mind?
Nope.
You don't need help with anything.
Nope.
I'll accept that only on the podcast.
Caleb.
No.
Oh my goodness! Why are we
Wait.
doing this?
I knew that
Ask it
question
again.
was gonna
My
be.
brain
Like,
went blank.
Just what
the
do you need
second.
help with right now?
is there anything in life that
And well, like I feel like in the past year or so, there's been a lot of just big changes in my life and like adjusting to those changes. You know,
That's good. That's a good
Yeah.
one. I feel like with that, probably you didn't ask for this, but I'll throw it out there. So we all give it to you, like patience and,
That's what I was thinking
Yeah.
too.
and understanding that
Yeah.
with big changes can sometimes come like a need to adjust or like,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe if your response to something feels off, like us being like, well, he's got a big adjustment in his life. Lots of big adjustments. Oh,
you know.
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
I can't remember what they all are, but I know that you
Yeah.
have a lot going on.
Yeah.
Like you just moved. That's
Yeah.
exciting and big.
Hmm.
And like
Yeah.
just environmental, like all
Right.
of it,
Yeah.
Right.
and work.
Yeah,
and-
new work, new. Yeah.
Yeah, because like 2 years ago, it was just me in a room, like by myself, and now, wait, like my life is not that anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's all better.
You were Richard before.
Yeah, but it's
I was,
in the basement.
I was Richard.
Watching the only guy on the podcast, watching
Yeah.
the podcast.
So I get it, Richard. I was you once.
we get it, Rhonda.
Simmer
We
down,
get it.
Tammy.
Bye, Brad.
Bye.
Oh man. Okay.
Okay, so what do you need help with?
I don't know. I don't think anything.
Then why are you getting all uptight?
I'll
with
Because
accept
they
that only
they
on the
literally
podcast.
gave like a nothing like
I
a.
answered.
He
You
answered.
did. You
Yeah.
eventually. You at first did not.
I had to think about
You
it.
don't need help with anything.
I don't
right
think.
now?
So. Do I?
Well,
I don't know.
how much
You
time
seem
did you
very
say?
well kept, like put together. But is there anything like you do? He does.
He does. I'm laughing because I know he's gonna be like, "What?"
Yeah.
Yeah. No. No. I like nothing I can ask for that like we've not already established.
I would say maybe like patience and understanding. Like you've had a lot of big changes too. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
like I
True.
mean, you have like literally new bodies in your home, like
Yes.
alive ones.
Alive.
You have like
They're
And
alive.
they're alive.
Don't check my basement.
you have like he's joking.
No, he's not.
You know what I mean? You like, and yet I will say, as your friend, sometimes I forget. I'm like, oh yeah, he's gonna pay me now, like because you're just still like you put in the same amount of care for everyone, effort into work, like somehow you pull it off as if this huge change isn't affecting you, but it has to be like.
I'm glad I fake it well because I feel like
So-
I'm laying down at work a lot. So
Okay,
that's
so you
interesting
need-
to hear.
You need help with maybe us being more supportive, because the fact that you think you're letting down at work, what? Okay.
I don't know.
Well, you're not.
Well, as
Oh,
all of the people
thanks.
you work with, none of us feel like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you, but no. No, I think a lot of what I need is just like this connectedness. Like I just need like, if I were coming to work every day and it was like chaos and I had like no one to lean on and no one to trust, then I couldn't do it. So yeah.
Yeah.
It is chaos every day.
It's still chaos,
Yeah.
but there's a team of people managing the chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel guilty saying that because like I'm not here a lot, so
No, I mean,
I
me
feel
either
guilty being
anymore.
like, oh, it's chaos, and you guys are like, you have no idea. But I see that it is, and I'm sorry that it is, and I think about you, and I wish I was here all the time,
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
But I also know you guys are
You
the
still
ones who
have
deal
a really
with it.
big part, though. Very
Yeah.
important in everything that.
Better days are coming.
Yes.
Yes, they are.
Fingers crossed.
They are. All right, so I think that wraps up the game.
Yes.
Yeah, that feels like a
Yeah.
good place.
It's kind of hard. This game is more meant for people who don't know each other at all.
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
Then how are they supposed to answer? Oh, like the,
It's yeah.
That makes
It's like a way to like establish that deep connection with somebody. But I
so
think we've
it's like
done
date,
that.
like a date night game.
It's kind of for anybody. Like it could be even like siblings, parents, like anything.
with grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think we're gonna wrap that one up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
until
Thanks,
next
Richard.
time.
I'll say we'll talk about Richard next time.
I feel like we should establish a sign off.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
You know, like
what would
a-
that be?
Someone's got a beatbox.
Like I was thinking
You.
of something cool like "Bye, Richard."
Okay.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
you will be
Billy Joe can beatbox.
Do it.
Do it
Do
again.
it. Do it.
No,
No, go ahead. You were just doing it.
I'm good. What's up? Okay, maybe I should be the
That.
one.
Yeah, see,
thought
I
that was
can't do it.
good. I actually liked that.
Everyone do an impression, and then we can leave.
I can't do an impression.
No.
Danielle, start.
No, we haven't heard Hallé's
Oh
yet.
yeah, that's true.
Okay, Hallé, start.
Not this one.
Do Lois.
No.
Hallé can do Lois. Do Lois.
I'm not doing Lois.
I'll do.
You really can't do them when you're put on the spot.
Hey, you
It
can.
is
Okay,
hard.
we
No.
can.
Hey,
apparently.
Peter.
That,
Oh,
is
that was
pre-
bad. You're right.
See what I mean?
Wait,
Peter.
no.
Hey, Peter.
Do Carl from Jimmy Neutron.
Jimmy's mom. I'm having a brain blast.
I think it's my favorite one. That's my favorite
I
one.
forgot about that one.
Yeah.
My favorite one's the old man.
Yeah, you like that one.
I don't know why.
Do
When
it.
I was a young lad,
Which old man
back
is
in
that?
my day.
He doesn't even know.
I feel like it's like the voice of like an old wizard.
Any old man?
Yeah, kinda.
It's kind of what's getting.
His
at.
name's
That's
Lil
good.
Moist, and he's a rapper.
Ew.
Did you say Little Moist?
Lil Moist. He's a rapper.
I'm
Just
good.
a little moist.
He's just a little moist.
Such a gross word.
It
I don't
really
like
is.
it.
It kind of, it's like he's a character in my head that sometimes I go
How
into.
many characters are in here?
We don't talk about it because I might get admitted if we go too far into it. So we're-
14.
14. Is this a real number? Stop.
That's
It's
more
a
than
guesstimate.
that. It's way more than that. You ever seen Split?
That is a creepy show.
It is creepy.
My wife hates that movie because of me. It's my fault, but
Because you
How is
split.
it your fault? Because you split.
so have you guys? No.
Is it because?
Have you guys watched it? All of you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know the personality of Hedwig, the little boy.
Oh, you told me this.
I one time like faked that at home, but like once I started it, I was so invested I couldn't stop and turn it off. To the point like it was like maybe like 2 hours long, and my wife was like legitimately scared. She's like, "I thought I lost you," and she was not joking when she said
Yeah.
it. Because like I was so invested, I couldn't let go of it.
Wait.
No,
act
I
like
get
you
it.
had
Oh,
one-
I'd have to watch the movie again. It's been too long.
I don't
But,
even
like-
Because, like,
remember
it's-
Hedwig.
It's banned in our house. The point
Yeah.
that my daughter will not go, "I'm Hedwig. What's your name?" And it was like, "No, not allowed."
Well, like some characters, once you get into it, it's like
You can't.
actually
Little
hard to get
Moist.
out of it. Yeah, Lil
An
Moist is
hour.
one of those. It was
yeah.
bad. I did a freestyle rap, and I can't rap.
And it was actually really good. Like,
yeah,
why was
I'm
it
not
good?
even kidding.
Interesting.
Whoa.
That's like one time I went into this like southern cowboy like thing, and I mean it lasted like 2 hours long, and I could not stop.
The Chosen.
I feel like I need
Oh
to
yeah,
see these.
yeah.
That's Billy Joe's favorite.
The Chosen. I
literally the Chosen.
hate.
You cannot touch me even if you tried.
Who does that? You?
I can't stand it.
Yeah. I find it funny.
I prefer Carl from Jimmy Neutron.
I can find like a little mix between the two.
Please don't.
literally the Chosen.
Stop.
You sound like more like the teacher, the one Miss
Yes.
Fowl.
I don't even
That's it.
remember.
Why don't I know any
That-
of these people?
She like does a bird sound. When
Yeah,
she
that's
talks.
what you just sounded like.
What?
That was perfect. Yes.
I don't know.
You remember her? The teacher with the big.
I remember what she looks like. I don't remember her voice at all.
Okay. What impersonation can you do?
I don't really have that much. See, I can't do it on the spot. I can't do it on
I'm
the
still
do it
waiting for
very well.
Hallé's.
Lois.
Nope.
Hey, Peter. Do it.
Nope.
Peter. Peter.
No.
Just say it once. Just say his
No,
name.
I'm
You
not
saying
doing it.
Peter?
Yeah.
Peter.
But she's got like a Boston accent.
Hey, Peter. Like that.
Oh,
Say
that
it.
was
that was
kind of
pretty close, yeah.
A little bit
Good,
deeper,
yeah.
and it might have been it.
Yeah.
Oh, get
Show her how it's done.
She's got it.
like, hey, Peter.
Oh, that was
That's not bad.
Yeah, yeah.
It's got a more of like a nasally.
Yeah.
Okay, do
Kinda
it.
like-
Do it so I can like, hey, Peter. No, that was not. Hey, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
You gotta show her.
I
I
I'm
can't-
really
Peter.
not doing it.
Oh my god.
Just like we can see her all day, and it's
Okay,
not happening.
well,
I said that.
Okay, well,
we probably ought to get off of here. now.
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to talk about Richard later.
Yeah.